So the question was, would you rather learn to fly a plane or drive a motorcycle? What do you think? Before we scroll down, what do you think the split is?
Instinct. Oh, the split. I voted on this, so I'm not going to give you.
Oh,
but
you
it
saw
was what
it's gonna
I
be?
thought.
Okay.
It was what I thought. Is that what you thought? 70-30 split.
No, that is actually kind of surprising to me.
Interestingly, one of the top comments was, I think that you could monetize flying a plane more than riding a motorcycle. See, people are so in the mindset now of like, how can I monetize
Monetization.
this? Which just that word is that monetization is such a modern word, even though it's existed for a long time.
Yeah.
We're always thinking, how can I make a YouTube channel on flying a plane? And maybe this person has gone down the rabbit hole of, like I have, of if you're learning to fly a plane, just film yourself doing it. You'll get like hundreds of thousands of views.
Yeah.
If you know how to edit and you're a decent personality,
Yeah.
it's hilarious.
If I were to fly in a plane, that means I would have to be up in the sky. If I drive a motorcycle, I could ride that thing on the ground at 5 miles an hour. So in my head, if I have to do one of these two very dangerous things, I will do the one that I can be on the ground going as slow as possible. But the only way you're flying a plane is if you're going fast enough to get on up in the sky. And then you got to bring that thing back down or you're done.
Yeah.
I don't think so, man.
I've seen a lot of stuff go wrong with planes, but like the only catastrophic thing is if the engine blows and there's smoke and you can't see. But that is so rare to happen.
Mm-hmm.
But it happens. But even if, if your plane malfunctions, you can coast down and land. If you're like in a small plane, you're not going to die.
Would you fly a plane?
Yeah,
Is that
it would be fly a plane.
Okay.
Because
I'll ride with you.
Drive a motorcycle is like, I don't know, I ride a bike. Like, I feel like that's the same danger level.
Sure.
It's actually more dangerous.
Probably is. Yeah.
Because cars are flying past you.
Yeah.
But the funny thing is, this is what's funny about me on a motorcycle. If I had a motorcycle, I would have no problem driving like at the stoplights between cars to get to the front. Like I would have no. And that's a law here now you can do in Tennessee, which it wasn't before. But it makes sense. I was explaining to Josh and Dad, who were like, why are motorcyclists do this? And I was like, well, because they're not visible. So it's actually safer for them to, if everyone stopped at a stoplight, for them to go in between the lanes to get through all the cars to get to the front, to be like, hey, I exist. Don't hit me. A huge place that motorcyclists get hit is when cars are texting and they're looking down and then they're at a stoplight. They brake. Yeah. They're not looking to see a motorcyclist need to get crushed and killed.
Fair enough. You just changed my mind about that.
Yeah, that's why they do that.
Okay, that makes sense.
So I would have. I do that when I'm riding a bike. I would even do that.
Yeah.
If you're downtown and you need to get through a light, you're not going to stop behind cars. Like you're like going to die.
Yeah. You're a sitting duck out there.
And you can actually accelerate faster than cars on a bicycle.
Is that right?
From a dead stop, if you're good at it, you could easily accelerate from a car and then get over if that's what you need to do, like easy.
Okay.
Especially on a downhill, it's like the easiest thing in the world.
That makes sense. Could you accelerate faster in a plane?
No.
I don't think so.
You couldn't, actually.
You could go faster than an airplane for a minute, at least, for a good minute.
Yeah.
All right. This week's question is, would you rather see a dinosaur or Abraham Lincoln in real life?
Am I answering that now?
No. We'll talk about this next week. Week. I mentioned this because, assuming that I keep it in, I watched Jurassic Park this week, and I wanted to review it for Did It Waste My Life?
Did YouTube recommend some Abraham Lincoln stuff to you?
No, I just was thinking of who is somebody in history that everybody recognizes and would be interesting to see in person. And the first name that came to my head was Abraham Lincoln.